Discovery, go at throttle up. Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the National Reconnaissance Office Launch 69 launch coverage from the Eric Johnson Space Administration. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? A little loud? Oh, okay. I'll turn it down. I turn it down. Nice, nice. So the launch is scheduled for about 30 minutes out from now. Yeah, everything is looking good from what I can tell. No, not Rule 69. What? Slept a lot over the weekend. Yeah, me too. Me too. They got the crane out from the high bay. Yeah. I see that. Here, let's pop over to Starbase Live, see what's good. It's like a nice day down in Texas. Oh yeah, they are taking that thing apart, for sure.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
It's so dang cloudy at the Cape. Oh, yeah. Isn't it like 90 plus degrees down there? It looks quite warm. Yeah. Not good in Central Florida. Are they moving it or they're disassembling it? They can't demolish it because, you know, there's a lot of stuff around here. Would you just look at it? So this crane, this telescoping crane with the jibs on it is pulling parts off the top. They got two telescoping cranes. This one is for the heavier stuff. This one is for smaller things. They're actually disassembling the building because you're not going to get a controlled demolition here. You're too close to a bunch of things that don't need to be demolished. So they're just taking it apart. This is in preparations for the Gigabay, which is pretty cool. What's going on? So we got the L-69 launch that's happening very soon here. National Reconnaissance Office launch. Uh, and then after that, I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to do space news. So this week, guys, that's got a luffer. It's a different type of jib. Yeah. You're a luffer. Mm-hmm. It will be disassembled fairly fast. I mean, it's a modular building, Xanax. It's gonna get taken apart pretty quick. Hey, you fixed the monitor. Yes, as you can tell, yeah. So here's the deal, guys. What I'm doing this week is not. It's like, I cannot stress this enough. Like, this isn't anything bad. I am just taking a little time away from the stream. We're doing rocket launches and space news this week. There is so much stuff that I have neglected to do that I've wanted to get done. Just real life stuff. Just buttoning things up. Taking care of some loose ends. You know what I mean? Taking care of some loose ends. You capiche? No, there's so much stuff that I've just not gotten around to do. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, I want the shop to be a shop, not a place to store trash, which is basically what it is right now. Need help digging a hole? No. So, yeah, this week is just no gaming. It's just space news. And, just space news and rocket launches. So this is the first one. Yeah, once again, I apologize for the inconvenience. This is about as close as I'm going to get to a mental health break. It's not really a mental health break. I just got a lot of stuff to do. So I have an aggregate amount of time that I get stuff done when I'm not streaming. I stream 10 hours a day, and don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining by any means. Everything is cool. Everything's a-okay. Like, I'm not complaining. I know what I signed up for. I know the hustle. I get it. Okay? Now, with all that being said, taking 2 weeks to go down to Starbase, and then a week before that for Flight 7 and Flight 8, really, really screwed my aggregate time that I have to get stuff done. I am very much neglecting stuff to do here. Like, okay, I'll give you guys an example. I gotta get my lawnmower running. It's spring. I gotta get that running. My snowblower is broken. That doesn't run. Fuel line's jammed. Gotta figure that one out. Like, it's just, it is a bunch of small things like that I have neglected to do because I have all my aggregate time got, well, sucked up by this, time sink called Brownsville, Texas. And once again, I'm not complaining by any means. Not complaining. I just got to catch up. There's stuff that I want to do, like the turbo. What are we doing with the turbo? Bought that turbocharger, right? We got to do something with it. Got to figure out what I want to do with that. I bought it with the intention of doing something cool with it, and I haven't gotten around to it, and now I got to figure that one out. That is literally what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that all of my, bricks are stacked correctly, so to speak. Is your refrigerator running? No, but it's walking. I went to start my mower yesterday, and it didn't start. Now I have to figure out, did you put stable in it? Because most likely the fuel line is clogged. Yeah, BPAT. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff that I have to get done. I can't not have my lawnmower work. Gotta play with Titan as well. Yep. You can stream lawnmower mechanicking if you want. It's not like there's nothing to be learned or taught there. I'll pass this time, O10. Next time, though. Believe me, it'll break again. I am so far behind on, getting home front stuff done. It is driving me up the wall. And it's driving me up the wall, and I didn't even realize it until that space news the other day where I freaked out, and I was so pissed. Right? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear what I think about NASA. Everybody's heard that before 1,000 times. You don't need to hear it again. Right? I got so mad. Gotta dial it back a little bit. So, when are we coyote swapping Freb? No. The truck runs and drives. But you can see my garage is full of crap right now. It's just, there's stuff everywhere. Weird stuff ever. See all the boxes stacked over there? That's what I'm talking about. It's not okay. There's a pegboard on the back wall over there that it's in a box. It's back there behind the truck. I've been meaning to put that up for about, I don't know, I think Brimo got that for me for Christmas. See what I'm talking about? It's just sitting there, and I don't like it. And I was going to put that all together in my aggregate time, but I have way less aggregate time because I've basically had a month sapped from Starship stuff. And that's only going to keep happening, right? So I got to get on top of it, you know? I got to get on top of it. Clean, organized shop equals happy EJ. As much as I hate admitting that, Aqua, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yep. Stream the garage work. No, I'm good. You need to get your 77 Ford up and running. It needs a new transmission. Get it done, man. Yeah, I gotta clean everything. There's a bunch more stuff that I don't want to talk about. Real life stuff that it's just stuff like that. The list is long. And I'm just like, okay. All right. I gotta dial it back a second. I need to get all this stuff done. Streaming the process makes it take 6 times the time. Oh, I know you guys would watch and I appreciate it. I just gotta get it done. Yeah, part of it is the Coronet, Shaw. Yeah, part of it is the Coronet streams. We've got to do that. The 59's good. I fixed it. It's good to go. That truck runs and drives. I was driving it over the weekend. She's good to go, man. Everything is A-okay. So, yeah, I need a little bit of time here to get everything good, but we're still doing rocket launches and we're still doing space news. So, everything is good. Sounds like you might need a shop assistant. It's my shop. I should be able to keep track of it. That's disgusting. Imagine not cleaning up after yourself. That's gross. How did you fix the oil pan on the 69 or the 59? It was the transmission pan, Cherokee, and I used a hammer and dolly and hammered the pan true, and then put a silicone gasket on it, and then me and Bree's dad, my father-in-law, got the 2 bolt holes drilled out. Bree's dad is a machine repairman. When I say machine repairman, I mean he fixes CNC machines and assembly line equipment because, Bree's from Detroit. So, yeah, auto assembly line equipment. Good stuff. So he helped me out with that. He's good at fixing things. And he taught me how to drill and tap holes correctly, which is pretty cool. And that skill came in super handy when I was down in Boca Chica, believe it or not.
Discovery.
I needed to make a bracket for a camera mount, and yeah, we did that. That was good. Well, it's waiting for Falcon to go yeet. Can you answer a question? Starship hot stages. So when it ignites its engines, how come the booster isn't, deformed and damaged? The hot staging ring is what takes the brunt of it uncapping, and it's only for a second. With that being said, the boosters do get a little scorched. The stainless gets tempered. Now, it's hard to tell from this picture, but if you look at the top of booster 12 and booster 15 over there, they're stained. It looks like yellow-ish, right? They do get tainted. That absolutely does happen. The hot staging ring takes the brunt of the damage. It's a stopgap fix that SpaceX will figure out when they redesign to Block 2. The hot staging ring will be a more integrated component. Hey, Shattermage, what's up, man? Hey, Nerf 69-month resub. Nice anniversary for a nice launch. Why can't we just do garage fix streams? Transmission, it takes time. Streaming takes time. I just want to get it fixed. The reason why I want to get it fixed is because I have another car outside that's waiting to get wrenched on. So I could just clean everything in the garage and get it good enough, get it nice and clean, right? And get the other car in here and stream fixing that, or we could take twice as much time streaming cleaning the garage and then streaming cleaning the car or fixing the car. I'd assume you guys just would rather see fixing the car rather than fixing the garage that fixes the car. You know? Is the lift fund full yet? The lift fund, you guys funded that. That project's good to go, Ga. I mean, that's another reason why I got to clean out the garage. The thing is that I have to wait for my taxes. I'm waiting on my accountant to finish everything. My taxes always take time because I'm a contractor and I have to keep track of every single expense. And it gets a little more complicated going down to Boca Chica, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, trust me, dude. I'm not cleaning the garage, just because I want the garage clean, dudes. I'm cleaning the garage so we can fix cars in it. You can't fix cars in a garage full of boxes. Any plans to cover the KSA Town Hall this Thursday? I'll ask Dean if it's good for restreaming it, and if it's good for restreaming it, I'll absolutely do that, sure. Neat freak. Okay, I can't physically fit 2 cars in the garage right now because there's boxes and a bunch of crap on the other side. That I wouldn't call that being a neat freak. I'm just trying to get my cars fixed. Did you get the shifting problem with the 59 fixed? Yeah, Kelly, it's fixed. I don't know how, but it's fixed. The kickdown vacuum line, I just kind of twisted it a little bit more, and then it worked. I guess I didn't have it on all the way. You need to figure out a way to get air conditioning in there in the summer. Yeah, something like that. Hey, Raiden, what's going on? Yeah, Norath, there you go. Yep. Yeah, I was driving it around. It works just fine. Yep. Yeah, Sniper, I just got to get stuff done. Yeah, exactly. Guys, this is all done with the intention of streaming better. Because, okay, like, some of you guys might not be adults, but if you're an adult, you understand this, dude. Like, if you come home from work and just a bunch of stuff isn't finished, right? Not that it's on, like, your significant other or whomever to get it done, it adds up. Like, if you come home and there's dirty dishes in the sink that I left there from last night because I was like, I'm tired, I don't want to get it done, right? It just adds up, and it adds up, and it adds up, and it adds up. And then eventually you live in a pile of filth. And I can't stand that. And it affects you. It screws with you. It screws with you in ways that you don't really get until you're like, ugh, So I gotta get on top of it. I'm slipping a little bit because, yeah, I didn't really plan on going down to Texas so much this year, but hey, that's life. That's life. That's life, right? So, I is adult. Do you have fan mail? I have a P.O. box, yeah. I still believe you should have the pleasure to see how real beer tastes. Oh, great. Okay. Clean your dang shop, bruh. Yeah, exactly. I have emails that I haven't got, people that haven't gotten back to, cool opportunities for the stream that I haven't gotten around to. Like, it's annoying, and it adds up. So, yeah, once again, I'm taking this week off with the entire expectation of making your streaming experience better over the next however many months. Trust me, I've done this before. It works. NROL is National Reconnaissance Office. Yep, National Reconnaissance Office Launch number 69. Yep, or L-69 for short. Yep, that's the name of the mission. Yep, and coverage should be picking up soon here. Let me It's going to begin in about 4 minutes. Cool. Hell, nice. Until the next time you're stranded in Boca. Well, at least I'll have a clean shop to come back to. Nice, ROL. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So, yeah, this week, and if I get everything done, I'll just go back to doing my regular schedule by the end of the week. So, this week, it's just Space News Racing on Friday, obviously. We're doing GTA Racing. I'm not missing that. That's going to be fun. And just rocket launches. So, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not burned out or anything like that. I have to do this damn adulting thing. And that prevents me from streaming 14 hours a day. It's really annoying. You get it? It's really annoying. Damn, it sucks. But hey, you want to have a shop, you got to do adult things. You want to have a house, you got to do adult things. It kind of sucks, but hey, what are you going to do? Ernock, I'm all right, dude. Hey, Pat, what's going on? Wait till you have a kid. Yeah, Raiden, yeah, something tells me it's only going to get worse. So if I'm not on top of it now, I'm definitely not going to be on top of it later. So I got to get my head in the game, you know what I mean? I know, run away for 2 weeks at a time and come back to a mountain of adult stuff. That's too real. How dare you? Airspace closure suggests this mission is going into around a 50 to 55 degree inclined orbit. Other than that, that's all we know for today. A 55 degree inclined orbit? Interesting. "55 degrees out of the Cape on a National Reconnaissance Office mission. You need an adult or adult. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah, Don's just, yeah, you got to get that. Thankfully, everything with Brimo is totally cool. She's actually the one that suggested this. She's like, dude, take some time off, clean your shop, get everything straight so you can stream better. And I'm like, did you just say that? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, you're very good, you're very good. You're very, So, yeah, it's actually her idea. And the more I think about it, I'm like, nice. All right. Yeah, actually her idea. So, yeah, there you go. That's what's going on. But yeah, no need to fret. Like, once again, I know, like, streamers say, I'm just going to take some time off and take a mental health day. And that's the streaming equivalent of saying I'm going out for a pack of smokes. Am I wrong? Too real? Too real? Too real. Yeah, I'm just going to get some milk. I'm just taking a couple of mental health days. I'll be back. Doesn't come back. Too real? It's a ploy. She's going to take over the garage. You might be right, Transpasan. Brimo wants to restore furniture. And she's like, can I have some garage space? I'm like, no. Damn, we're just going to have to buy some woodworking tools. Oh, no. There's a mission extension kit, too. Gray band. So it could be going into a medium Earth orbit or Molina after a dog leg. No, sawdust is really bad for metal. I'll take care of it. Yeah, I gotta return some videotapes. Did you know that the crane was taken down in the high bay has canards? Oh, I hate it, Chris. That's good. Okay, so I think the L69 coverage has just picked up. Let's get to it. Oh, there's the tunage. So, Hellfish, the obvious solution here is get a lean-to for the garage and make it into a woodworking shop separate from the automotive area. That's the obvious solution here. And, that's the obvious solution here. That's all I'm saying. Pretty where the lawnmower is in the back. What was that piece of foam you showed on Flame Trench? That foam is from SLS Core Stage 1. After NASA did the wet dress rehearsal, or a bunch of wet dress rehearsals, between the last wet dress rehearsal and the first launch attempt, a lot of the foam cracked off because of hydrogen pooling in the intertank. This foam was scraped off of the forward skirt intertank, top of the hydrogen tank, bottom of the intertank belt, and it was scraped off and replaced because it was cracking.
Discovery, go at throttle.
Now, that would have been a big deal on the space shuttle. It's not a big deal on SLS. Who cares? Hey, that's what's going on. So, yeah, it's from the SLS core stage. Here. I'll show you. So, if you look, this is the core stage in the VAB. If you look, see right there? See all the pieces missing? See them? That's where it's from. And see how they had to replace the foam on the that's the forward skirt, top of the LOX tank. This is the top of the inner tank, bottom of the LOX tank, right? That is the bottom of the intertank, top of the bottom of the intertank, top of the hydrogen tank. See all the cracks? You can actually see pieces missing. See what I'm talking about? They had to replace it. Now, they had to replace it a couple of times. That's why these bands are a different color orange, right? They had to replace it a couple of times. They replaced it after. Okay, SpaceX is starting. They replaced it after the green run. They replaced it after the wet dress rehearsal. Mine's from after the wet dress rehearsal. All right, let's get up live here. Here we go. That'd be awesome, Levin. Yeah, they're gonna stack Artemis 2 soon. It's gonna be great. They would be swapping Engine 4 and Core Stage 2 because of a hydraulic leak. Fun. Did Artemis 2 SLS preparation really speed up suddenly? I don't want to talk about it, Tessa. Here we go.
Good morning and welcome to the NROL-69 Launch
Yep,
webcast.
let's play an ad.
The Falcon 9 rocket carrying today's payload is currently awaiting liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40, or SLC 40, at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida in just about 8 minutes from now. Hey everyone, my name is Soumya Srivastava and I am a structures engineer here at SpaceX. Today's mission carries a national security payload designed, built, and operated by the National Reconnaissance Office, or the NRO. This mission continues the NRO's cutting-edge capability of building and developing the U.S. government's largest satellite constellation in history to deliver critical information that can only be obtained from the vantage point of space. Both the range and vehicle are currently green at the moment, and we are on track for an on-time liftoff at 1:48 p.m. Eastern.
Bill, I'd say Starshield, dude. That would be my guess, based off of what the host just said. But that doesn't explain, if it's Starshield, that doesn't explain the band. Okay, so guys, see it's a single stick Falcon 9. This is going out of SLC 40, Space Launch Complex 40, right? Now, take a look. See the band right there? The gray band. That is there for thermal insulation of propellants. Oh, Falcon 1.
Complete its mission. SpaceX has come a long way since then.
Engine chill has started.
That band is
Falcon 1 made its final.
That band is a thermal protection system that allows the second stage to operate longer up on orbit. So wherever this mission is going, it's going far away, like not low Earth orbit, which actually kind of throws my theory out the door.
It is also the first and currently the only orbital class rocket capable of.
Yeah, no, it's probably not, Flavia. Now that I'm thinking about it, the band on the second stage makes no sense.
Today's mission. Together, Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy have completed more than 450 launches and over 380 reflights. And
Which
today,
one,
the
Badger?
booster will be attempting to land back on land at Landing Zone 1 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
Stage 1 RP1 load is complete.
Oh, hello.
Rapid reusability drastically reduces launch costs, helps increase launch frequency, and enables a wide array of new government, commercial, and scientific opportunities in space.
It's a bait
Lowering
band.
the
Always
cost
keep
of
them
access to
guessing.
Space is helping take major steps
Right,
into
right,
the
right.
solar system, whether in LEO, GEO, interplanetary, or even deep space.
Birds.
When costs are lower, government and commercial customers can launch more missions.
Yeah, I
which helps
gotta get my
accelerate
stuff
development.
straight, Peter.
This also helps commercial satellite and private research customers
It's all
afford to
right.
launch more
Everything's
projects
good.
to space, which
This
helps
is
stimulate
SpaceX.
innovation here on Earth.
So, Booty, this is a SpaceX mission, a SpaceX launch with a National Reconnaissance Office launch mission. So this is a Department of Defense payload SpaceX rocket.
This is to say,
I did play ads, Jason,
reusability
yes.
is the key innovation that is making space more accessible for the industry as a whole.
I did play the ads already,
Back
dudes.
to
Thank
today's
you.
mission, weather is still a
Discovery,
watch item,
go
but
and
we'll
throttle
let you
up.
know if there's any updates.
It's a little froggy down there. A little froggy down at the Cape.
Coming up shortly, the Transporter Erector, or TE, will retract away from the Falcon rocket.
Falcon
Okay,
9
Flo.
tanks are pressing for strongback retract.
Okay.
The TE is the
It is an
large
RTLS,
truss structure
Kelly,
you
yep.
see there next to the vehicle. So first, the clamps will open up.
Doing a direct 108 months. Happy
which
Jack
will be in
Edwards
about
Day to you and
25
yours.
seconds from now.
Nice.
And then after that, that will
S had a
make
79-month
way for
resub
the
in there, too.
retraction
Thank
of the
you.
strongback. You may hear the TE referred to as a strongback from the launch team, and it does a lot of heavy lifting in the lead up to launch. It's designed
Yeah,
to
there you go, Phil.
transport, raise,
Strongback retract has started.
and support Falcon 9 at the launch pad.
Is this the same one that launched Crew 10? No. Crew 10 was the 39A launch pad. This launched the Starlink mission that went right after Crew 10. The Crew 10 launch pad is about 4 or 5 miles that way. It doesn't look like 4 or 5 miles because Florida's super flat, but some of the structures you see in the background, that's the Spaceflight Processing Operations Center, or SPOC. ULA is extending that building so they can stage more rockets. They can stack more rockets vertically. That's why you can see they're extending the roof right there. That right there is the former Solid Rocket Motor Assembly Facility, or SMARF, for the Titan program. SpaceX owns that, and that's where they integrate payloads, which is super cool. Damn, Steve.
Discovery,
Now,
go
at
and
this
throttle
point
up.
in the countdown,
On
both,
countdown 1, this is LD pulling MD for a status check.
Okay.
this
MD
point
is
in the
go for
countdown.
launch.
Mission director
Both
reports
the
go.
first and
Discovery,
second
go
stages
and
are near.
throttle up.
Transporter erector is moving back to 87 degrees here. Kickning 48-month resub. Maslin with 115. This stream seems nice. I think I'll stick around. Chat is go for launch. Yep.
With the first stage finishing up at the T-minus 3 minute mark and the second stage finishing at
I saw
around
the video,
T-minus
Tessa.
2
I
minute
haven't
mark.
watched it yet.
With the first, as you may have noticed,
Silver Dead Fox.
there are
Always try to
white
be
clouds
lurking for the
forming
launches.
around the
Thanks,
vehicle,
man.
and those clouds are comprised of the chilled gas above the LOX tank that is vented overboard to maintain pressure in the tank as needed. And when that vented oxygen mixes with the warmer outside air, it condenses into clouds. At T-minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will
Discovery,
be in
go and
startup,
throttle up.
and this means
MC,
that the rocket's
62-month
autonomous internal
resub.
flight
Thanks,
computers
man.
will have taken over the launch.
All right, let's
countdown.
roll.
After that, just inside of T-minus 2 seconds, we will light the 9
Stage
M1D
1 launch
engines
float is complete.
for liftoff. Just heard confirmation of LOX load completion on the first stage.
The yellow cushiony thing is there to hold the fairing in place, Ska, when they're moving the rocket vertical. The fairing is actually pretty... It's not very structurally sound when gravity is pushing on it from the side, believe it or not. So that actually wraps itself around the fairing like a ratchet strap, and it holds the fairing true to the rest of the strongback. Because you don't want the fairing moving around like this when the payload's inside. That's what that bumper is for. And it's not new. What you've noticed is that if you see a Dragon launch, this, not a lot of people know, above the clamping arms right there, those are the hydraulic clamp arms that we learned about on Crew 10. From here forward is actually modular. SpaceX can break that off and not break it off, they undo it, and they put the Dragon umbilicals up there. It's at the top of the transport erector is actually modular. You can swap it depending if you're doing a cargo mission or a Dragon mission. Yeah, they can reconfigure it. That happens when it's inside of this facility here, this building back there. That's the HIF, Horizontal Integration Facility. There's the ground gas closeout. They're evacuating all the propellants out of the strongback because the fuel lines go up the structure into the second stage.
It's vented down ahead of liftoff.
So yeah, those clamps are like a ratchet strap that holds the fairing in place when they're bringing the rocket upright, and obviously it retracts. Dragon has one too, but it doesn't look like that. They're little clamp arms. They're smaller clamp arms. I can show them to you after the launch.
Startup.
At this point, the autonomous flight computers have taken over the launch countdown, and stages 1 and 2
Okay, startup is good.
for launch. Finally, we're waiting for the final go directive from the launch director.
Yeah, they can bring out the brown ones. Yeah, if things go wrong. Yep. Brown pants moment. The little T-Rex clamp arms. Yeah, exactly. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so T-minus 30.
Go for launch.
Mission director reports go. T-minus
At
31
T-minus 32
seconds and counting.
All systems are
T-minus
go.
30 seconds.
$15.
15 seconds.
I just said that. 10.
Minus 10. 9.
Pad deluge system is on. Sound suppression water system is on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ignition.
Ignitions. Engine full power. Go NROL-69. Go Falcon. Go SpaceX.
Oh, what a shot. I love it. 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 I love it a lot. Nice. L-69 is in the air for the National Reconnaissance Office. Vehicles pitching downrange should get a call for power and telemetry. Stage 1 propulsion nominal should get a call for power and telemetry here in the next 20 seconds. Nice. 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 The vehicle's doing the pitch kick, where it rolls to establish flight azimuth and pitches over to start the gravity turn.
In counting, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Space
Northeast
Force
trajectory.
Station. Coming up next,
Oh, this one's flying over my house.
Max Q, which
I'm
is
not
the
gonna be
point
able
in
to
the
see it
mission
during the
profile
day.
where the vehicle experiences the
Falcon
greatest
9 power and telemetry are nominal.
There's that call.
amount of aerodynamic pressure.
Yep. So this camera is on the quote unquote the proverbial side of Falcon 9. So it's on the left-hand side of the vehicle because the first stage has orientation, right? Just like an airplane would, right? But it's easier to tell where, the direction an airplane is going because of how the wings are. This obviously doesn't have any wings. This camera is 90 degrees off. So negative pitch is here, positive pitch is on the left side. So if we see the thing 45 degrees off the coastline there, that means she's going northeast.
Followed by stage set,
Impact shell has started.
SES
Second stage thermal conditioning has started. What that means is basically priming the second stage engine for ignition and to make sure that it's at the correct operating temperature. You got to chill the engines down because you're using cold propellants. You got to get your pumps cold. If you're using cold propellants and you pump cold propellants into a warm pump, bad stuff happens.
Or SES1.
A lot of
This
nice
engine
stuff.
burn, lasting
Very
several
nice.
minutes, will propel the second stage and the payload to orbit. The boost back burn will assist the first stage in returning to its recovery location at landing zone 1.
Now watch, something really cool is going to happen here. They're going to separate the second stage. Second stage is going to go, and what you'll immediately see the first stage do is flip around. It'll do a U-turn and then relight its engine and boost back towards the landing site. When the stage separates, watch that first stage. It'll start turning right before the second stage engine fires.
Stage separation confirmed.
Watch, here we go. Ready? Separation. First stage. Whoop, there it goes.
And back ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
See? Oh!
And a good
First stage is
series
going
of
to turn around.
back-to-back
There's the second
callouts there.
stage. There's the
Here's
second stage. Oh,
again
that's sick.
Miko, stage separation,
So cool.
SES1,
Sorry.
and the boost back burn. Coming up shortly, we should hear a call out for fairing separation, but again, as a reminder, we will not be showing it on screen.
That's super cool, dude. I'm sorry. That's pretty legit. Does the second stage help it flip? I'm sure it does to an extent. It definitely helps on Starship, Coltech. They actually turn the grid
Fairing
fins.
Separation confirmed.
Good call out there.
Got a good
Confirming
fairing call.
separation.
They actually turn the grid fins on super heavy, so it intercepts some of the plume coming off the Raptors, and that gets the booster to spin around, which is actually, that's super cool.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
Okay, now you should see the grid
And
fins
a good
pop
call
out.
there, confirming boost back shutdown.
The payload is classified,
We
big
are
screen.
currently 3 minutes and 36 seconds into today's
Do stage
mission.
1 pushers
Now,
retract
the next
before landing?
major
Yes, they do.
milestone
They're
coming up in
retracting
about
right
3
now,
minutes from
Methane.
now will be the
Yeah,
entry
they
burn
do.
of the Falcon 9 booster as it continues on its journey towards landing zone 1.
No, T-Man, I don't. An RTLS
To
with the
start
shuttle
entry
would have
burn,
been
we'll
death.
relight 3 M1D engines, which is similar to pumping the brakes to slow down the vehicle as it passes back
Yeah,
into the
Booty,
Earth's
it's pretty
atmosphere.
legit, dude.
We need to slow down the vehicle to reduce re-entry forces, which then helps us recover and reuse the first stage.
Okay, we should see Florida
During the
coming
entry
into
burn,
view
Falcon
over
9
here
is
somewhere.
decelerating by firing its Merlin engines, but it's still moving really fast. This causes the vehicle to fly through Merlin's exhaust gases, also known as the rocket's plume,
Discovery,
which
low at
deposits a
throttle
layer
up.
of soot on the vehicle surface. That soot comes from the carbon-based fuel that Falcon 9 uses, and with each flight, the soot builds up a little more on the outside of the vehicle.
55-month resub for Mr. Ein can't drive 55. Right on, man.
Both vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
Thanks, man. Look at this view. It's a pretty good view. It's pretty good.
Reusability is the key to lowering the cost
Keep
of
getting
space
snow?
flight, which enables
I
more
don't
investments in critical
think
space
snow.
infrastructure. The Falcon 9 first stage to the
Why is it
Exploration
rotating
Space
so
mission is
much?
performing this entry burn.
So the first stage is rotating. Actually, my orientation was completely screwed up. The first stage is rotating to get aligned, so the engines are actually going to align to prograde velocity during landing. If I'm looking at this right, Florida should be over here somewhere. It's hard to see because it's cloudy. They rotate the thing so the engines get aligned so when it goes to do the entry burn, it's flying through its own exhaust for supersonic retropropulsion. It's the best part. I think Florida's coastline is here. I think I can see it. Maybe. Oh, nope, there it is. There it is. I saw it. It's where all the spotty clouds are. So, look, the retractor rod. The pneumatic retraction or the pneumatic separation system 1, 2, 3, and 4 have already retracted. See that? I'm pretty sure they retract when the grid fins open, but I'm not sure. Yep. See, there's Florida. There's the coast. She's coming back over here. This is an RTLS, so it's gonna land back on land. How do we mention that it's 1:54 p.m. in Florida at the moment? I don't want to mention that. We should not mention. That's not what we want. 1:54 means something's going to break. We don't want that. Okay, see how she's nice and aligned right here? For the entry burn. It's going to do the entry burn out over the water.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And then, watch.
Good call out
You
there.
see the grid fins lock in?
This burn is set
Supersonic
to last about 20
retropropulsion
seconds,
here.
and again,
So right when these engines shut off, the grid fins are going to turn and this thing is going to steer right up over the land. It's pretty awesome. These RTLS launches are sick. I wish we got a shot from the ground, but this is good too. Watch. Yeah, hey, thanks,
Entry burn
SpaceX.
shut down.
Watch. She's going to steer.
Call it
Ready?
H2 FTS.
Oh!
the completion of the Falcon 9's first stage entry burn. Coming up next will be the first stage landing burn, which will start in about a minute from now.
A lot of low clouds. It's hard. You can't see the landing site.
The Merlin engines on the Falcon 9 first stage are optimized for sea level.
It's okay. It's flying ILS.
1,000 pounds of thrust each during its
Actually,
landing
RNAV,
descent.
if we really want to
At
be
liftoff,
technical.
Falcon 9's first stage has thrust greater than 5.
No, it doesn't work like that at all. Don't worry.
Power.
Coming into the lower parts of the atmosphere, things really starting to slow down. The drag you can see the drag happening on the camera because the camera's vibrating around. There we go. There's the landing site.
Terminal guidance.
Oh. Landing burn?
Stage 1 landing burn.
Yeah, that's right,
We're now
Death. Yes.
waiting for Falcon 9 to land at landing zone 1.
Okay. Sonic booms. They were audible there. Landing legs should deploy now.
Landing leg deployed.
I told you. And
Impact shutdown.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Nice
And
soft
there you have the
touchdown
call-out for a
at landing
successful
zone
landing
1.
of our Falcon 9 rocket.
That's
This was
booster.
the second launch and landing for this first stage.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Good call for nominal orbit insertion on the payload. That was the second flight for that booster. That's booster 1092, a little baby. It's just a baby Falcon 9. It's just a little babby.
We'd like to thank the NRO for entrusting us with today's mission, and we'd also like to thank the range and the FAA for their support.
Freaking sick, dude. Oh, there's the vent down.
Interested in
Bringing the
more
tanks down
launch
from
coverage?
flight pressure.
Be sure to check SpaceX.com/launches and follow @SpaceX on X for the most up-to-date information. Thanks
Follow
for tuning
SpaceX
in,
on
and
X.
We'll see you again soon.
All right, I'll see you around. Cool. Good stuff, man. So that was the L-69. Nice mission. I really want to see the mission patch for this mission. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to see the mission patch for this mission. Or do I? Yes? Or... Rockets are Falcon up. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, okay. It's just a drone. It's just an origami drone. Okay, got it. Numquam hibernari. Something hibernate? Some people were speculating a deployable antenna SAR signet based off the origami bird. Yeah. Never sleep? Yeah, I don't. Thank you. Wait. Never hibernate. Yes. Yep. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for the L-69 mission. So, here's the thing. Keeping with what I'm doing this week, I got some other stuff that I need to get done. I will be back for Space News. I'll probably punch the stream live at about 4:30. Space News will start at 5 when it always does. I'm going to get back to cleaning things. My garage is thrashed, and I need to clean it. Call it spring cleaning. So this entire week is just going to be a little bit of a weird schedule. Just rocket launches, racing, and flame trench, and space news. That's it. No, there's not going to be a lot of gaming this week. I have not been adulting very well lately, and I need to fix that. So don't worry, it's in preparation for hopefully better streams down the road. Picker, it didn't happen. Now what? Now what are you going to do? You're going to do nothing. Cleaning stream. Nope. If I do a cleaning stream, it's going to take 6 times as long, and I'm aiming to get everything done in a week. So, I will see you guys back here for Space News in about 2.5 hours, give or take, maybe a little more. Looks the same as a few days ago. Okay. So ESAR scrubbed from what I can tell, Alati, and I don't know if they're streaming anything, but anyway. I'll see you guys back here in about 2 hours, maybe probably a little more. So we're going to start Space News around 5. So that's 3 hours from now, but the stream will pop in a little bit early, just to make sure everything's good. All right. I'll see you guys then. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back in a flash.